Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another live stream. Emergency meeting settings. Another defeat for the Blues last night at Villa Park. And to add insult to injury, a goalkeeping howler and 2 January signings making a difference to down us. Where do we begin? But guys, before we dive into things, make sure you check out Jersey's FC Soccer Shop, guys. As you can see, got a couple of shirts behind me. The PSG 4th kit, the Chelsea away shirt. Great quality, fit nicely. If you're looking for a discount on your kits as well, guys, make sure you check out Jersey's FC Soccer Shop. Link in the description, link pinned to the top of the live chat as well. Use code BLUEBROTHER for 20% off your shirts. Get any names, numbers on the back, whatever you are looking for, guys. So make sure you check it out. Yeah, where do we begin, guys? Where do we begin? It's now 2 wins in 10 for Chelsea in the Premier League. We're 6th in the table still, but we could drop to 7th if Newcastle win today. And we're losing ground on the top 4 fast. Very, very fast, guys. And if we're being honest, last night wasn't a surprise. I don't think anyone expected Chelsea to get anything from that game. I think I tipped a 2 or 3-1 loss before the start of the game. And that's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. The first half, we were all right. And then second half, the difference was that they had a way better bench than us. And can you believe it, guys? 2 players signed in January made a difference. 2 assists for Rashford, 2 goals for Asensio. But we were told that, oh, you can't sign game changers in January. There's no good options out there. Funny that, because it felt like some sort of message from above that 2 January signings combined to cook us. It almost felt like poetic justice, because we've sabotaged our own season with the past 2 transfer windows. But big up to everyone that's locked in, guys. Make sure you're smashing the likes. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here as well. Big up to everyone in the comments. Let's say hello to a few people. I know we would not win yesterday because bigger problems at Chelsea. Yeah, I knew we wouldn't win yesterday. I knew. Blue co out. What do you mean? Bro, season's over. Season is finished. Bro, we were shit when we had Fofana, Lavia, Jackson and whatnot. Sure, we've got 2 relegation sides next. Yeah, but that doesn't... 6 points in those games is not going to make us qualify for the Champions League. We have to be honest. We have to be realistic. It's going to take an absolute miracle for us to qualify for the Champions League. An absolute miracle. Yeah, it is. He needs results and he needs them fast. But I think if you're being honest, yesterday, he's the last person that I'm looking at. He played Palmer on the right-hand side like people wanted. He overlapped Gusto. He tried Neto down the middle. All things that people wanted. And we still lost. We still lost. Yes, big up, big up, big up. Another season over. Yeah, it's over. It's over. It's over. Lost away versus Aston Villa. Yes, we're inconsistent, yet we're 6th and similar points to come inside the top 4. Yeah, but bro, the bare minimum is Champions League football this season. And we're not en route to get it. We're 2 wins in 10 in the league. It's relegation form. There aren't any positives. There aren't. And I hate talking negatively about Chelsea, you know. I'd love nothing more to be talking about how well we've been playing and how well the season's going. But the reality is, we're 2 wins in 10. It's relegation form. And we're not getting Champions League football, guys. We're not. It is curtains. Finito. Done. We're going to get to a point in the season now where we're going to be resting players in the league in order to prioritise the Conference League. Do you know how mad that is and how ridiculous that statement sounds? But that is the point we're going to get to, guys. We're going to be resting players in the Premier League in order to prioritise the Conference League. Bro, what are you basing us being top 4 on? Please tell me. Please tell me. I support the players. I go every single week up and down the country. I know what I'm seeing on that football pitch. And that is not getting us top 4. You know, there's being positive and then there's being deluded. We're not finishing in a top 4. Nothing I've watched over the last 10, 12 games is telling me that we're going to finish top 4. There's no indications at all, guys. None. Chelsea have been an elite club before these clouds came. Yeah, I hear you. Bro, it's not about who's been following the club for longer or whatever. It's about being realistic. There's nothing we've seen recently that is suggesting we're going to get a top 4 finish. I would love to be wrong, but I'm just calling it, in my opinion, how I see it. And I'm seeing nothing on the football pitch and nothing from these players, nothing from this manager, and nothing from the performances that we're putting in to suggest that we can finish in the top 4. You know, at best, we could maybe scrape 5th, and that might get us Champions League. But let's be honest, guys, in the Champions League, if we were in the Champions League next season, we'd get battered. We'd get absolutely battered. No, yesterday wasn't on the manager for once, but ultimately, you know, I don't see it. You know, I don't see it. I don't see us finishing in the Champions League places. I really don't. Look, I don't speak for all match-going fans. Everyone's going to have their own opinions about you know, everyone's got their own opinions. People can support the club in whatever way they want to support the club. You know, if people aren't that fussed about what's going on, then that's their opinion, and that's after and that's up to them. No, and I absolutely agree with this, but something's got to be done, in my opinion. Something has to be done. You know, absolutely, it's not going to make them sell the football club. No, it's not. Of course it isn't. But pressure needs to be put on that what's happening now is unacceptable, which is why I will always support a fan's right to voice discontent. I will always support a fan's right to voice their opinions and try and force change, because things need to change at this football club. This recruitment model cannot continue. It cannot go on any longer. And ultimately, guys, we are a product of our environment right now. If you surround yourself with quality players, if you surround yourself with quality manager, quality, you know, in the boardroom, at a director level, your levels go up. You perform better. You do the opposite. You surround yourself with mediocrity. You surround yourself with crap, people out of their depth. You stoop down to that level. And this ownership, that is what they've done. They've just surrounded everything at the football club with mediocrity. Sure, Palmer's been poor recently, and he deserves criticism for his performances. But what do you expect when the entire organisation is bullshit? Absolutely bullshit. You know, that's what we are at the end of the day. You talk about people talking about Cole Palmer's body language yesterday. I get it. It's not great. You know, it's probably, is it more of a worry than his current form? I don't know. But if I was Cole Palmer and I'd bailed out this football club multiple times, single-handedly over the last 18 months, I became a star. You know, I put the work in, had barely any senior football experience. And then I watched the club that I joined by no strength around me, weaken the squad across multiple windows, and I'd be pretty tired and I'd be pretty pissed off, and my body language would be pretty shit as well. You know, yeah, he wasn't great yesterday. He missed a massive opportunity, and he's not been playing well recently. But I can absolutely understand his frustrations. Absolutely understand his frustrations, guys. I'm going to the bottom of the comments. Yeah, look, we are on course to finish lower than we finished under Pochettino. That is what we're on course for, guys. That is what we're on course for, which is mad, absolutely mad. Look, I don't know. I don't know. If people aren't that concerned, that's entirely up to them. I'm not going to tell people how to support the football club or anything like that. But yeah, it's absolutely, as a Chelsea fan, you have to be concerned by what's going on. You have to be. I don't know if he wants out, but he's absolutely pissed off with what's going on. And he's got every right to be pissed off with what's going on. Every right to be frustrated with what's going on, because it's unacceptable right now. He's got minimal help around him. You know, we've not been surrounded with quality. Yeah, this is nonsense. Completely mistimed news to be coming out. Bro, there's no ambition. They've shown ambition to spend money, but the money's been spent in a horrendous way. It's like there's not an ambition to win here. There isn't an ambition to win here. Because if you've got an ambition to win, you don't make the squad worse over 2 consecutive windows and sabotage your season. You don't do that if you've got ambitions to win. You don't. Yeah, this is it. You know, it's about putting pressure on them. It is absolutely about putting pressure on them. Protest is not useless, by the way, but it's only going to be useless if no one turns up. You know, if the turnout is poor, then it is embarrassing and reflects very, very badly on the fan base, and goes to show that a lot of people aren't prepared to back their chat, or that a lot of people actually aren't that bothered about what's going on. That's the reality here, guys. You know, it's about putting pressure on the club. It's about bad press for the club. It's about letting them know that fans aren't happy. It's about trying to influence change. And if you're not prepared to influence change, then, you know, people want the ownership out. And I can understand that, and that's fine. But to expect the ownership to be out, you know, that's wishful thinking off one protest. There has to be sustained pressure, a unified collective message, and this needs to be across multiple protests. Multiple. Why am I not serious about change? It's not one fan's responsibility to influence change. You know, the fan base have to come together as a collective. I've said that I support the protest. I've said that I'll be there. I've said that something needs to change, and what's happening now is unacceptable. It's not one person's responsibility to change. You know, the fan base have to come together as a collective. They have to come together as a collective, and you can't make people turn up. You know, you can tell people to turn up. You can let them know when to turn up. You can put all these messages across, but ultimately, you know, people will decide if they want change at the football club or not. It's not down to one person. It's down to the fan base as a collective. Anything other than 6 out of 6 on our next 2? Yeah, agreed, bro. Absolutely agree. It has to be 6 points on the next one. 9 out of 30. Yeah, 9 out of 30 points is absolutely unforgivable. It's relegation form. It is relegation form. It's crap. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. What else is going on? Bro, no one's that 200 people thing was reported in the media. That's no one claiming that's no one claiming that there's going to be 200 people there. It's been reported in the media that they expect 200 fans to turn up. I don't know how they've come to that number. I don't know how many fans are going to be there. Could be more, could be less. Could be more, could be less. I don't know. What else is coming in? That's what some people think. And right now, what's happening is who we are. Right now, what's happening is who we are, guys. Unfortunately, you know. Sure, yeah. The issue is the directors, but the directors were employed by the ownership, and the directors are actually doing the job that the ownership want them to do. So yes, the directors are a problem, but ultimately, the the people that the owners appointed the directors. But obviously, it's far easier to get the owners out. Sorry, far easier to get the directors out than it is to get the owners out. Far, far easier. Enzo had a good game yesterday. I thought Enzo was one of the players that had a good game. Him, Caicedo, and Pedro Neto are probably the only ones that can come away. What narrative is that? It's been reported that 200 fans, they expect 200 fans to turn up. I've not watched any of what he said last night. You know, people haven't just made up the 200 number. The 200 number has been reported in a couple of outlets, and yeah, that's where we are. But look, we are a product of our environment, guys, right now. And do you know what the most damning thing is? Is that we got taken over almost 3 years ago in the summer of 2022. That summer, Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth were promoted to the Premier League. This season, those two clubs are above us and are ahead of us in trying to qualify for the Champions League with a fraction of the money invested. That is unforgivable. Absolutely unforgivable that we're in a situation where Bournemouth and Forest got promoted 3 seasons ago, and 3 seasons later, they're ahead of us in the race for qualifying for the Champions League. That's unforgivable. Absolutely unforgivable. And that is so bad. So bad. You know, so bad. I can't believe that. You know, when I saw that, and I was like, wow, Forest and Bournemouth are ahead of us, and they got promoted 3 years ago. You know, and there's just such a list. There's such a list of things that are wrong. So there's such a list of things that are wrong. But ultimately, what is going on right now, guys, is a consequence of the culture being set at the top of the football club. We had a winning culture. We had a winning mentality. We had top people in positions all through the football club. The culture set at the top seeps through the whole football club. And right now, this mediocre culture, we're seeing it. It's dripping into press conferences from the manager. You know, it's dripping into everything we hear from the directors. You know, obsessed about a system with control and style, you know, but then completely ignoring the fact that all winning teams need character, need leadership, need resilience, all things that you cannot quantify with data or on a spreadsheet. Now, did we need to evolve as a football club? Did the squad need to be revamped? Absolutely, it did. Every single Chelsea fan was calling for the squad for an overhaul of the squad. You know, every single fan admitted we needed every single fan would admit we needed an overhaul, guys. We needed an overhaul. Fine. But we didn't need a complete reset as a football club. We did not need a complete reset. We needed a smart evolution to the next level. You know, what do the best football clubs do? They continue to add players, but they keep the core of what made them successful until they find that balance. You know, we will keep making the same mistakes again and again and again as we continue to drift away from what we used to be. And what we're doing right now, guys, is we are drifting further and further away from being relevant. Further and further away from being relevant. We are becoming irrelevant as a football club. Absolutely irrelevant. You know, absolutely irrelevant as a football club. We are fading away. And how the powers that be cannot see that we need some experience, that we lack experience, that we need winners. You know, 2 summers ago, what did we need? A striker with box presence. a leader at the back, and a top goalkeeper. We needed the same last summer. We didn't get it. This summer, we still need the same. Do we think we're going to get those things this summer? No, of course we're not. Of course we're not. Our two best goalkeepers are out on loan right now, Petrovic and Kepa. I would rather have Petrovic and Kepa at the club this season than Sanchez and Jorgensen. That's mad. That is absolutely mad. Petrovic should be first choice and Kepa should be second choice. It's just more and more things that are just being got wrong. Wrong. You know, the fact that there's two players at Strasbourg who start for Chelsea is criminal. Absolutely criminal. It's so poor. You know, and the fact that Maresca had the cheek to say that getting knocked out of the cup was a good thing because we could focus on the league, and now we've lost the last two league games since we got knocked out. Great work, guys. Great work. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it though, guys, because we've got some good loan fees in January. So everything's great. Everything's great. We've got good loan fees in January. So there's nothing to worry about on that front. Absolutely nothing to worry about because we've got good loan fees. Well done, everyone. Well done, everyone. We've got good loan fees. Don't worry. No, I'm saying as a number two goalkeeper. As a number two goalkeeper. You know, I'd rather have Kepa and Petrovic than Sanchez and Jorgensen. It's not even, for me, it's not even a debate. And that in itself is a massive, massive problem. Exactly. The numbers have to be there. You know, the only way you're going to send a decent message is if you get a decent turnout. And I've got to be honest, I can't see us getting a decent turnout at this protest. I hope that we do, and I hope that I'm wrong, but I fear there's not going to be a good turnout. I fear there's not going to be a good turnout, and it's on the fans to get this turnout. You know, it's on the fans to turn up and show that they want change. You know, you can put these things on, you can give all the information, but ultimately people have got to want to turn up. And I don't know how many fans actually want to turn up. This is the thing. How many fans actually want to turn up to this? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know, guys. It's a big problem. It's a big problem here. It's a big problem. But yeah, there has to be a decent turn up. Yeah, they did, but Spurs have been trying for years. They got a very good turnout. And you know, fair play to them. What's it gonna make? Is it gonna make much difference in the end? I don't know. But they had a good protest. You know, Colwell's been poor. Colwell was poor yesterday. Gusto was poor yesterday. The back line in general wasn't good enough yesterday. You know, that's the reality. Not good enough across the board. Bro, Palmer's still been good this season. He's our top scorer with 14 goals in the league. He's got 20 GNA in the Premier League this season. He's not been as good as last season, no. But he's still been our most productive player by a mile. No, because I am. People don't know what they're protesting for. You know, that's the reality. If you ask 10 Chelsea fans what the protest is about, you wouldn't get the same answer from every single one. And that is the problem. There needs to be a clear message behind it. And whilst it might be clear to some people, it clearly isn't clear to others. Sure, but I think it's easy to sort of, you know, give it the big talk online and stuff. But when it actually comes to having an opportunity to make change, how many people are actually prepared to back their chat and turn up? We will find out. We will find out. Yeah, but bro, that's not realistic, is it? That is not realistic whatsoever. We have to be honest here. That's not realistic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people wouldn't choose to turn up if they can turn up. It's a tricky one. Protest should be arranged between match-going fans. Yeah, look, I think perhaps it would be more powerful that way potentially. You know, you do need the supporters' trust online. You need on board. You need fan advisory. You need like all the relevant fan boards on board. You know, you need those things on board. You need them on board. But I don't know if they're behind this protest at all. I don't know if they're involved in any way. Certainly haven't heard anything which suggests that they are. You know, I certainly haven't noticed any things that they are. What else is coming in? I've got no idea. I don't know, mate. I don't know how much worse it has to get for people to really come together and really understand what's going on. People don't. People don't. Some people think it's about the results on the football pitch. Some people think it's to do with vivid seats. Some people think it's to do with finances. Like, there's so many mixed messages. You only have to see what you know. It's mad. It's mad. That's people don't seem to know. What else is coming in the chat? Regardless of ownership, be nice. Yeah, no, bro, I agree. I agree. You know, there's not. It feels like people aren't really trying that much. I'm not saying they're not, but it comes across that way. For me, it seemed like the only person that actually cared yesterday was Enzo Fernandez. He was genuinely the only one that actually looked disappointed that we'd lost. The rest of them didn't really appear that bothered, didn't really appear that arsed. And that's a culture that comes from the top. You know, that losing in a way has almost just become accepted. It's almost just become part of who we are. You know, and that's a major issue. Major issue. It's mad. I'm not gaslighting anything. People don't know what they're protesting about. You ask 10 Chelsea fans what's the protest about, you're not going to get the same answer from all of them. That's just me being honest. You know, that's nothing to do. That's not gaslighting. That's just literally me saying that you ask 10 Chelsea fans what they're protesting about. They don't know. You get different answers from all of them. Yeah, Neto was good as well. Yeah, maybe we need another. Maybe we need another 100-person meeting at Cobham. Let's get another 100 people in at Cobham, and let's do the meeting. Let's get another meeting called on, because that's what we need here. Another meeting, guys. Nah, bro, I'll be real. I don't see it. I don't see it happening at all. I really don't see it happening, which is a big problem. Yeah, there should be. There should be, because fans aren't happy with the way that the football club's being run. So there absolutely should be. I fully agree with that. I fully agree with that. You know, I fully agree with that, guys. I've got no issue with there being a protest. I support the protest. I'm going to be there because pressure needs to be put on and things need to change. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know, because they believe in the manager and the plan is for the manager to be here for a number of years. No, because bro, if there's not a unified message behind it, you get stuff like what happened on TalkSport the other day. You get fans embarrassing themselves. And that's my worry as well, is that, you know, if the media are there, and they probably will be there on Tuesday night, and they speak to fans, we're going to get a repeat of that situation where fans just start spouting nonsense and half truths about stuff they don't really know about. And it just makes us look stupid as a fan base. That's why it's so important to actually be pulling in the right direction and know what you're talking about. Because if you get fans like we had on TalkSport, which is unfortunate, it discredits what's trying to be done. And if we get that again at the protest, it's a big problem, and it just shoots all credibility. That's the problem. Yeah, no trophies in 3 years, 6 managers, strategy on and off the pitch is poor. I hear it. I hear it all. I hear it all, guys. You know, I really do. Guys, keep smashing the like button, by the way. You know, we're over 120 in the building. We're only on 61 likes. Let's get this up to 100 likes, guys. Keep smashing that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here as well. It would be greatly appreciated. We are 12 subscribers away from 15.8. Let's try and get this up to 15.8k today, guys. 12 more subscribers. If you're new around here, make sure you smash that subscribe button, people. Guys, let's stop this name calling in the chat. People need to relax. It's not that deep. It's just different opinions. Let's relax. Let's relax. Let's relax here, guys. Let's relax here. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. We don't need to be going at each other in the chat. Chelsea fans were spoiled for 19 years under Roman and 5 years without Harding's money. That bought. No, I don't think so. Bro, the skepticism is not baseless. Look at the last few protests that have been organised. Turnout's been pathetic. That's what it's being. That's what it's being based on. It's being based on previous turnouts, and previous turnouts haven't been good. They haven't been good. Slot talking about the importance of experienced figures. Yeah, no, bro, I agree. There's so much evidence that what we're doing is not working. So much evidence, but ultimately, it makes no difference, does it, guys? Because it doesn't matter how much evidence there is, we are just doing the same shit over and over again, and nothing is changing. You know, nothing is changing. Nothing is changing. Nothing's changing. Because everyone needs to be pulling in the same direction so that we don't get embarrassed when people speak to the media. The protest could even be a psychological operation. Many may not know that the media have been involved. I mean, I've got absolutely no idea. I don't understand how some fans can't see Maresca as the problem. Look, he's part of the problem. He's not the biggest problem, by the way. He's not the biggest problem. He needs to do better, absolutely. But he is far away from the biggest problem. Far away from the biggest problem, guys. You know, yes, look, he wasn't the biggest problem yesterday, by the way. He switched the system up. He played Palmer on the right like fans asked for. He played Pedro Neto down the middle like fans asked for. He overlapped Gusto like fans asked for. The players let him down. We just weren't good enough yesterday. We weren't good enough yesterday, summed up by an absolutely dreadful mistake from the goalkeeper. An absolutely dreadful mistake from the goalkeeper. And this is it. You know, this is it. And this has been summed up well in this tweet here, because this has kind of summed up similar thoughts. I don't think one single fan is annoyed that Chelsea buy top young talents before they get too expensive. That no one's annoyed by that. But exactly the problem I think many have is that they've ignored balance whilst doing it. Looking at data is great, but do it with balance. Stop ignoring other fundamentals such as leadership, quality, experience, mentality, physicality, personalities. Just as important, if not more important than data, agreed. Having ballers all over the pitch is great, but you need more than just that in a player. Titles and trophies are won by having a balanced squad with top players who have top mentalities and a desire to win. Heads don't drop after going a goal down, they rise and fight. They don't shy away and panic when they go a goal up. They stand tall and do the job. This goes for all players, managers, owners, and staff. It's a mentality that must start from the top and deep down through the whole club. Nobody is complaining about signing players like Palmer and Esteval. The concerns are with how they have built the squad and ignored key attributes that are away from just looking at data and stats. The young players need help on the pitch, and now from some ex-rugby pro off it. You don't have to do any of the 1 points mentioned above alone. Do it collectively. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. It isn't difficult. This is not. I'm not annoyed at us signing young talents. I'm not annoyed at us trying to find those players before they get really expensive. But you need to add some experience and some leadership and all these things. That's what you need to do. And we've ignored that. We've ignored that. Exactly. The buying youth is not the problem. It's the buying the lack of experience to go around it. That is the big issue. Yeah, no, I'm not annoyed at signing young talents. I'm annoyed that we've not surrounded them with winners, with experience, with leadership, all things that are all things that you don't see on a spreadsheet. That's what I'm not annoyed about. No, you absolutely don't. You absolutely don't. And how this has just been overlooked, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I really don't. It's just such gross negligence. Like, surely they aren't this stupid. Surely they aren't this stupid. Well, I don't know. I don't know if he did or not. This is another stupid thing. Winning mentality, you can't quantify that on a spreadsheet. You've either got it or you don't. You've either got it or you don't. Bro, Thiago Silva should have stayed. He should have stayed. Absolutely, he should have stayed. Absolutely, Thiago Silva should have stayed. I'm not saying he should have played every week, but he absolutely should have stayed at the football club. No doubt about it. No doubt about it at all. Bro, Caicedo's not overhyped. He's been outstanding this season. He's been absolutely brilliant for us this season. To suggest that Caicedo is overhyped is mad. Absolutely mad. Absolutely mad. Bro, I'm not going into finances. I'm not pretending to be a financial expert like some fans do. Because it's just pointless. Just absolutely pointless. Oh no, he can't. And we're the only team that's lost to Ipswich at home this season. The only team. The only team. Yeah, I agree. It does need to come from match-going fans, and it needs to come from, you need to get the supporters' trust and people like that involved. That needs to happen. I hope it's a big turnout. It needs to be a big turnout because it needs to be a big turnout. Otherwise, future protests are just going to fall flat on their ass and people aren't going to bother. This needs to be a big turnout. No, look, Palmer's body language doesn't look great, but I can absolutely understand his frustrations. Absolutely understand his frustrations. We've got talent, but there's no desire, there's no experience, and there's no will to win. You know, is Maresca up to the job? Maybe he's not, but ultimately, if you get rid of him, the people who picked him are going to pick the next manager, and they're not up to the job. And then the people that picked the directors, they don't know what they're doing either. So until that changes, nothing will change. Until that changes, nothing will change. You know, and look, he changed tactics yesterday. Good. Something needed to change. But how can you expect that to click when you spent the entire season playing one way and then with 13 games to go, you switch it up and you try something different? How many misplaced passes did we have yesterday? How many mistimed runs were there? You know, and that's a team who has no idea what their identity is, doesn't know what they're doing. Playing style, fluidity, all these sorts of things are built over time. You can't just switch the system up and then expect it to be perfect and for it to click. You can't. I thought Neto had a good game yesterday. There was one chance in the second half where maybe, yeah, sure, he should have done a bit better. But I thought he had a good game, and he was one of the positives. He was absolutely one of the positives, guys. 100% he was. Yeah, it quite well could be, because at 6 o'clock in a midweek, people are going to be leaving work, coming from work. You know, maybe people that turn up aren't going to be able to turn up. I've got no idea how long it's gonna last. You know, hopefully it's more than 15 minutes. I don't really know what the plan is. But just turn up and make sure you're there. This do you really think that, like, when you're that if I say to him, oh, by the way, what we're doing is shit here, that he's going to be like, oh, okay, it's shit, and I'm going to change it. That doesn't make me anything. It doesn't, I don't know. I don't know what your. I've got absolutely no idea what your point is here. Any good news today? We're not playing. That's good news. We're not playing. That is that good news, guys? I guess it is. I guess it is. Yeah, that's unforgivable. Absolutely unforgivable. You know, look at Aston Villa's bench compared to our bench yesterday. The fact that they could bring on Rashford, bring on Marlon, bring on Leon Bailey. What are we bringing on? A bang average Jadon Sancho who's ridiculously out of form. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Nkunku, dreadful again. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. Bro, there's barely any options to bench. I'd bench Nkunku and play Tyreek George. Other than that, there's not many changes you can make. Maybe play Josh Achimpong at right back instead of Malo Gusto. Other than that, there's no changes you can make. I'd bench Colwell, but Chalobah's injured now. Fafana's still injured. You know, it's not making any. Is like there's very few changes we can make. There's no accountability. Absolutely no accountability. Any new kids for our club? No new kids. No new kids. That's not happened yet. No, it hasn't. Well, I don't understand where that's coming from. If I wasn't bothered, then I wouldn't be for the protest. I wouldn't be turning up to the protest. I wouldn't be telling people about it if I wasn't bothered. So this idea where I'm not bothered, I'm not really sure where you're getting that from. Because if I wasn't bothered, I wouldn't turn up. Because people who aren't bothered aren't going to turn up. So I'm really unsure where you're getting that viewpoint from. Uh, no, probably not. No, I don't think I do believe that. No, I don't think I do believe that. But I've got no idea whether that's true or not because I don't have those contacts to find that out. But I don't believe that's the case. I don't believe that's the case. Protest on Tuesday, so important. You can already tell they're listening. Enzo went from we don't need top four this season to we must get top four. I don't know if that's to do with the protest or not. I've got absolutely no idea. Got absolutely no idea. Yeah, maybe that's the case. Discotheque, you know. Yeah, maybe that is exactly the case. Bro, Nkunku anywhere offers nothing in this team. Nkunku anywhere offers nothing. Absolutely nothing. He's checked out. He doesn't want to be here. Bro, I don't think you understand that when you meet people, I'm not going to shout in their face and do this and that. That's not how you conduct yourself. That's not how you get a message across. Yeah, it can be fixed in the summer, but there's absolutely zero faith that it will be fixed in the summer. Zero faith it will be fixed in the summer, guys. Yeah. I will try and live stream it on my phone. I don't know whether it will be. I don't know if you can live stream on YouTube on your phone, but I can live stream from Twitter. I can live stream from Twitter on my phone, for sure. But yeah, I'll post clips. I'll live stream some of it from my phone and whatnot. Bro, I'm not sure which part of me saying that I'm going to be at the protest and that I support the protest is me talking down on it. I'm more than entitled to say my opinion that I don't think many people will turn up. That's not me talking down on it. That's me sharing my opinion on what I think is going to happen. You know, if there's loads of people, great. But I fear that there might not be that many that turns up. But I've not been talking it down. I've shared concerns about it, but I've said that I support it. I said that I've been there. So if me sharing my opinion on it and me saying that I've got concerns there might be a poor turnout is talking down on it, then I don't really understand that. Yeah, exactly. I've encouraged people to be there. This like just because I'm sharing concerns that I think that you know I don't understand at all. Yeah, I've been telling people to go, but apparently because I'm concerned that not many are going to turn up, that's me talking down on it, which is interesting. Oh yeah, I would take that right now, but it's not going to happen, bro. I'm not going to pretend that I know anything about loans or anything about finances. That's not my lane. That's not my lane. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm showing fake interest, and I'm uh, I'm not going. Yeah, yeah, cool. Okay, interesting. Yeah, Muga was a solution. Yeah. I work 40 hours a week, and but the club pay me. Why would I work 40 hours a week if I was receiving money from the football club? Come on, guys, use your brains. We're not that stupid, are we? Um, Well, exactly. Exactly. Like, just because I've got concerns that not many people are going to turn up, that doesn't mean it's been I'm talking down on it. It doesn't mean that I'm talking down on it. Yeah. Absolutely. Get loads of money from the football club. So much money. You won't believe it. Maybe what I'll do is, guys, I'll do a giveaway. I'll give away the thousands of pounds that the club are paying me. How does that sound, people? Does that sound good? Who uh who wants me to do a giveaway for the money? Um, who wants me to do a giveaway for the brown envelope money? You know, to be honest, it's coming up. It's coming up to the end of Feb, actually, guys. The next bank transfer should be coming through. Should be coming through. Next bank transfer should be coming through next week, guys. Actually, next week I'll be getting my next brown envelope full of cash from the owners. And what I'll do is, guys, because I'm so generous, I'll give it all away on here. Yep, fake fan, go to every single game, spend money on every single game, traveling up and down the country. Fake fan. Yeah, to be fair, maybe I should ask for more. Yeah, so I don't have to work 40 hours a week anymore. I need to ask for more. I need to ask for more, guys. We need more. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll put it into a just giving. Um, let's put it into a just giving page, and then we can collect it and give it to the club. Good idea. Great idea. This is good, guys. Yeah, that's just an opinion. That's just an opinion. Doesn't mean that I'm talking down on the protest. Doesn't mean I don't want the protest to happen. You know, yeah, I'm very confused. Yeah, I'm working for the club. Interesting. That's exactly that. I'm working for the football club. Yep, that's what I do. Yeah. I don't know. You know, one result shouldn't affect whether people are or aren't turning up. Um, that's the reality. No, and there's not much news in general, guys. Not much news in general. Guys, make sure you're smashing the likes though. We're 7 likes away. Um, 7 likes away from 100. Keep smashing that like button. It's free. It takes seconds to do. Please run up those likes and keep subscribing to the channel as well if you're new around here. We're 12 away from 15.8k. Let's get those subs up, guys. Let's get those subs up. Bro, I hope that's not the case. I fear that could be the case, but I hope it's not. I really hope it's not. I really hope it's not, guys. Yeah, exactly. I'm talking logistics. Like, what do people want me to sit here and say, oh, there's going to be thousands of people that turn up? There's going to be thousands of people that turn up. Yeah, They don't want to lose their perks. They want these owners to stay. Soon as we get new owners, mate, I get no perks from the football club. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Yeah, bro, false accusations are dangerous. They are, but people are just going to say what they want to say. People can think what they want to think. People can say what they want to say. It is what it is at the end of the day, guys. People can say and think whatever they want to think. Yeah, it's going to be great when I get that notification on my phone when it says you have received X amount from Blue Code Limited or whatever it is. That's going to be great next week. Absolutely wonderful. Cannot wait for that to drop into the account, guys. Cannot wait. Yeah, we could be seventh for Newcastle, and we need 2 draws today. Really, we need 2 draws today. We need Newcastle draw against Forest, and we need Liverpool draw with Man City. That's what we need. Yeah, mate, I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Cannot wait, guys. Yeah, we do. We lack physicality in the midfield. We do lack physicality in the midfield. Absolutely. Absolutely, we lack physicality in midfield. We lack physicality all over the pitch. We're not a big side. We're not a big side, guys. We're really not a big side. Yeah, that is a PSG kit behind me. That is a I've got a little partnership with Jersey's FC Soccer Shop. And yeah, there's a few kits behind me, PSG, Chelsea. Obviously, that's not from that's from when I went to the training ground. So yeah. Yeah, no, the draws don't matter. The draws don't matter. It's at this point, it doesn't really matter what other teams are doing because we're missing it. We're missing it. We're losing every week, so it's irrelevant what other teams are doing. I don't really support other teams. To be perfectly honest, like I'll keep an eye out on a few results. But I'm not like actively following other teams like I follow Chelsea. So yeah, I don't really support. I wouldn't say I supported other teams. I'll follow some. I like keep a lookout for other teams' results. Generally speaking, I quite like. What other teams do I like? I like Real Madrid, but I'm not constantly looking at all their results or whatever. Yeah, look, Gallagher would have been good in this midfield. He would have been good in this midfield. He got more GNA last season than Dewsbury Hall and Felix combined. More GNA than Felix and Dewsbury Hall combined last season, guys. No, but there's no buyback clause. No. Chelsea is so terrible right now. It's not Palmer's fault. No, it's not that. It's not Palmer's fault that he bailed us out and everyone else is so shit. That's not his fault. The fault is that we've not surrounded him with enough quality. The fault is that everyone else is not stepping up to the plate. Guys, run the likes up. We're 102 likes. Keep smashing that like button. Let's get this up to 110, 120 if we can. Keep smashing the like button. Keep subscribing to the channel, guys. But yeah, let's run these likes up, people. Let's run these likes up. If Romeo and even Gallagher are a better partner for Caicedo in the midfield, what does that say about Enzo? I don't think there's anything about Enzo. But we looked much better balanced in that midfield with three in there. We looked much better balanced with three in there. You know, now, bro, Lavia wasn't bang average. He wasn't. Lavia has been so important for us. So important. So important for us, guys. So important. Yeah. Some tough ones in there. Some tough ones. So we got Arsenal, Brentford, Fulham, Newcastle, and Nottingham Forest away still. Yeah, difficult games. Yeah, no, I agree, bro. I agree. We won't have any success playing like with this model. We won't have any success. I think sixth or seventh we're going to end up. Is my honest opinion. Oh, I've got no idea. Maybe 10 or 11 points. Right now is very hard to tell. Very hard to tell. But I'm not confident we get a lot. Let's put it that way. I'm not confident we get a lot, guys. So let's wait and see. Bro, you might that's probably just you, to be honest. Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Yeah, all good, fine, all good. Yeah, it's tough right now. It is tough right now, guys. We've got a massive game Tuesday night. Yeah, we just got to go full focus on that. Full focus on that game Tuesday night. Get the win, and then we don't play again until Copenhagen on March 6th, is it? So we got like a 8-day break from football after that. 8-day break. Yes, an 8-day break after that, isn't it? So yeah, that's a bit of a result, guys. A bit of a result. No, guys, I know we're shit right now. There's no way we're not beating Southampton at home. No way. No way. Does anybody look? It's not going to happen, but you know, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Yeah, it would. The Conference Cup would paper over the cracks. Absolutely. No, we couldn't beat Ipswich. That's absolutely correct. We couldn't beat Ipswich, and that was yeah, that was poor. To be honest, bro, I dread to think. I dread to think what will happen. I dread to think what will happen if we lose against Southampton. But what is happening is we're transitioning from a once successful club to a shit mediocre one. That's the only transition that we are making at this point in time. That is the only shit transition that we're making right now. Yeah, we are the only team that's lost at Portman Road all season. Yeah, incredible. Forest are one up. Is that better for us? Maybe it is. Maybe that is better for us because it means that Newcastle stay beneath us. Hudson-Odoi with the goal. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Do you know what's mad? Hudson-Odoi actually starts for us now. It's mad that, isn't it? It is mad that. Cho starts for us. Wow. Yeah, it's poor. So many players that would start for us now that actually aren't at the football club at the moment. So many. So many. Yeah. It's pretty bleak, guys. It is pretty bleak. Um, but what can we do? Yeah, Pulisic probably starts for us as well. You know, he does. He does. Fuck's sake. Yeah, he's been very good this season. He's been very, very good. Very good. Yeah, Lavia is injured. It's a big problem. A big problem. Not ideal whatsoever. But hey, here we are. Here we are. Yeah, I think we will, but I think it's going to be a lot more difficult than it was previously looking. I think it's going to be a lot more difficult than it was previously looking, to be honest. A lot more difficult. Yeah. Yeah, we should be winning that, but again, it can't be taken for granted. No, I think we will, but it's not looking anywhere near as uh as likely as it might have done previously, guys. Yeah, I think he's better than Sanchez, but ultimately, is he good enough for Chelsea? I don't really know. I don't really know. No, that's a fair point. That is a fair point. People were very quick to blame training methods last season, but I'm not seeing anything being spoken about training methods this season. Look, it all stems from the top. It all stems from the top at the end of the day. Ownership are responsible, directors, manager responsible, players responsible as well. Look, ultimately, everyone is responsible. But that all stems from the top, guys. That all stems from the top. Yeah, no, I do believe we can win the Conference League. I do believe we can win the Conference League for sure. I do believe that. I do believe we finished top four, guys. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to round this one out now. I've got to crack on with the rest of the day. Big up to everyone that's tuned in, guys. Appreciate each every single one of you. Love for the support as always. We might not. What do you think after what happened after the protest? You're not going to get a quantifiable answer from it. Only time will tell. But yeah, guys, big up to everyone that's tuned in this afternoon. Appreciate each and every single one of you. And if we agree or disagree on things, all love. We all want Chelsea to do well. Guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the Newcastle game. Enjoy City Liverpool if you're watching it or whatever you're getting up to. I'll be back tomorrow with more news, Southampton preview, all that sort of stuff, guys. So make sure you stay locked in for that one. Please smash the likes on the way out. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new round here, guys. And remember, check out Jersey's FC Soccer Shop. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. It's in the description as well. No excuses not to check it out. Get yourself 20% off your Chelsea kits. Code Blue Brother. Get names, numbers on the back, whatever you're looking for, guys. Make sure you go and check it out. Anyway, I'll catch you lot again soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Up the Chelsea, and we're out. Peace.